Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Guys, HMK once again, hang on to your hats. A big new rumor about the Switch is happening. But like our good friends at Eurogamer has been doing all the time when it comes to these rumors, they say it's fact according to their sources, and they've been right on the money as of late when it comes to the Switch. So, even though I have to give you that disclaimer, take it with a grain of salt. They have a good track record, just so you know. And what is this big rumor news about the Nintendo Switch? That is, the Virtual Console is coming to the Switch. No big surprise there. The eShop, all that good jazz. The Virtual Console has been a thing since the Wii. It's been on the 3DS. It's been on the Wii U. But the big kicker, something that a lot of people have been asking for, is that on the Virtual Console, on the Switch, it will support Gamecube games. Finally, we're gonna get Gamecube games on Virtual Console, on the Switch. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be grand. I can't wait. And they already have 3 games lined up. According to the sources, they got 3 games lined up for release. Those 3 games include Luigi's Mansion. I'm gonna buy that shit in a heartbeat. Super Mario Sunshine. I'm gonna buy that shit in a heartbeat. And get ready. The final game that they have lined up for launch, Virtual Console, GameCube, is Super Smash Brothers Melee. Melee! Super Smash Bros. It's not Melee HD. A lot of people were asking for Melee HD, Melee HD. It's not that, but it's close enough. Now, there's a lot of story when it comes to the choice of Super Smash Bros. Melee. There's a lot of things, and I'm pretty sure you guys have a lot of questions already. Will they support GameCube controllers? Well, according to the source, they say that a lot of people are messing around Nintendo EAD and Nintendo, the European bracket which they're developing up with the Switch and stuff like that. They're researching ways to incorporate the Wii U GameCube controller adapter that you use for Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. They're looking for ways to put that compatible, to have it compatible with the Nintendo Switch. And it doesn't seem that it's going to be too hard. As you know, there are 2 USB slots. People were able to hack the shit out of that in order to have compatible computers, so you can run the game controller easier on an emulator and all that good jazz. So they're researching that way to help incorporate that nonsense into it. They will never let the GameCube controller die. But I mean, in hindsight, it'll be better, because if they're going to truly have a GameCube Virtual Console library, the GameCube controller is the way to go. Even though we haven't really felt how the Switch controller feels, I'm pretty sure the Switch controller is probably going to be compatible with all the GameCube titles, including Smash Bros. Melee, and it might be a good alternative. I mean, it looks good enough. It looks very on par with other competitive controllers and whatnot. And speaking of competitive, another reason why they want to have Melee on the Virtual Console is, of course, the huge competitive scene that still survives to this day, 15 years after Super Smash Bros. Melee has been released. It's still at EVO, people. I mean, like, it's been at EVO, it's come back and forth, but recent years it has, like, lost strength at EVO, and it has Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and Super Smash Bros. Melee. They have their own tournaments at EVO, and they still have a bunch of tournaments of Melee around the United States and the globe, if anything. So Nintendo wants to help nurture that, because a big thing they're trying to do with the Switch that a lot of people are noticing is to get in dirty with the esports community, with the whole Splatoon thing of the commercial and potentially Super Smash Bros. For Wii U getting a port on the Switch. So it's very good to see Nintendo is trying to incorporate that. And the first event after the Nintendo Switch reveal event in January, and we're going to learn a lot more, probably going to learn more about Smash Bros. Melee if it's happening at the event. The first event that's going to be at after the New York event, that's going to be the day after, is going to be an esports type convention in Japan. So you know Nintendo really wants to get in on that esports goodness. And this way, it's going to be way more accessible than finding an old GameCube and using those big-ass OTVs, because a lot of people tend to use that in order to reduce lag to like near zero. Because when you try to play Melee or any type of GameCube game on an HD TV, it's gonna have some sort of lag, and they don't want that shit, you know, the perfect frames when playing a competitive game like Super Smash Bros. Melee. But if they were to put on the Switch, then people obviously assume that they're gonna optimize it for an HD TV. I'm not saying it's gonna be HD clean or a remaster. It's going to be a type of emulation that the Tegra chip is going to do when trying to recreate the old GameCube goodness of the GameCube games, including Super Smash Bros. Melee. And in order to have that on an HD TV would be, I would say, a lot easier to set up tournaments with, because, you know, God, have you ever been to a Melee tournament? Jesus Christ, you have to find those old ass TVs. You gotta have a bunch of GameCubes. You have to have a bunch of Smash Bros. Melee discs, and you know, in this day and age, it's not as easy to find back then, since everything is run with HD now. But if they were to incorporate this into the Switch with its own virtual console for GameCube, then I see the tournament world of Super Smash Bros. Melee opening up to HD TVs, because, you know, they really will have no reason to stay in the old days, because that shit is hard to find. And with the Switch, it's gonna be a way more accessible. You know, you get a console, you get the HD TV, boot up Melee, there you go, done and done. You know, you don't have to look for those big ass TVs. How do I feel about this news? I feel ecstatic over this news, and it seems that Nintendo might be pulling a similar situation for esports hype that Capcom just recently did with announcing Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, yes! And releasing Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 on the PS4 digitally, and it's going to come physically to Xbox One and PS4 later in March. And that is going to help build up hype for Infinite, get people ready for Infinite. And a lot of people are already kind of confirmed that the Smash port, the Smash Wii U ports for the NX, the Switch, might not be ready for launch time, which will make sense if they're really lining up Melee to be a launch eShop virtual console GameCube title. So they will have Melee out in order to, you know, get people, like, you know, riled up, hyped up for the big director's cut version of Smash, which will a lot of people, rumors are saying that it's going to have new characters, new things, all that good jazz. So that's a good way to hype people up. But at the same time, Melee and Smash 4 are two radically different games with their own huge fan bases, radically different fan bases, and people would rather go to tournaments for one game than the other. And, you know, oh, we got, you know, the greats of Zero, the likes of Zero going in hard in Smash Wii U, and we got like Mewtwo King and the rest of them going hard in Melee, even though they both, you know, cross-pollinate. One is known more for the other, and that's what I'm trying to say. So Smash Melee comes to the virtual console on the Switch will be a huge selling point, already lining up with the already impressive list of selling points for the Switch. Nintendo, if you're doing this, very smart move, very good move, get people hyped, because I promise you that shit will move consoles. People have been dying for a Melee HD, but this isn't going to be truly a Melee HD. It's probably going to be like, you know, emulated and optimized for HD TVs so people can play them without lag or anything like that. But we're gonna have to wait and see what they're gonna do with that. If they add an online mode to it, G fucking G. But we're not gonna know until we have more news, and we're probably gonna get more news of this come January. You know, like they really go hard. Launch lineup, the GameCube emulation too. People will go nuts over this stuff. I am not kidding. I already know that there's people in the comment section, they're like, Melee, please, please. Yes, yes, please. But at the same time, this is a rumor. Take it with a grain of salt. However, Eurogamer is confident, and Eurogamer has had their fair share of, you know, shit they got right, especially when it comes to the Switch. So, Melee HD, not even Melee HD, Melee, Super Mario Sunshine, and Luigi's Mansion Virtual Console, GameCube Virtual Console on the Switch. I am ready. I want to know what you guys think. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for Melee? It's not Melee HD, but it's the closest thing we're gonna get. So leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and if this video got you hyped up, and if you enjoyed it, please leave a like, a comment, all that good jazz. Share and subscribe to HMK for more. So until the next piece of Switch news, I'm HMK. I'll check you guys later.